Hello and welcome to another Leshan food adventure. It's a place that's quickly rising to the top of my favorite places to eat in China. Last video, you may remember, we checked out some of the most popular, most famous dishes here in Leshan, and in that video, I think I actually had the best duck of my life. Like, is this the best duck I've ever had? Maybe. Anyway, today we are continuing on with this Leshan food adventure. I mean, this is the sort of place that warrants a 2-episode kind of thing. And today we're actually going to be looking into the street food scene here in Leshan. There are so many amazing snacks you can get here. And the first one I'm excited to try on today's food adventure are the famous Leshan chicken feet. They come in so many different flavors. I feel like a kid in a chicken feet candy store. I mean, we've got spicy ones, we've got numbing ones. We even have passion fruit chicken feet, which I have to admit I'm very curious about. As well as the passion fruit chicken feet, I also got one of every other flavor. You know what they say, go big or go home. It seemed like a good idea at the time until I got to my table and realized I had no idea which one was which, at which point I started madly smelling each chicken foot to determine which one smelled most like passion fruit. It was one of the more surreal moments of my life. I eventually decided this one here was the passion fruit one after comparing its color and seasoning to the ones at the cashier. Detective Amy hard at work. I can't taste the passion fruit. I'm getting like a spice and a slight mouth numbing, and it's got a slight sweetness to it, but it doesn't pop at me saying, hey, I'm passion fruit. Look, to be completely honest with you, I'm not even 100% sure it was the passion fruit one. We also have a few more in here. I'm unsure which one is which, so I'm just gonna kind of eat them and see how I like them. Whoa, by some miracle, I did not get that on my shirt. Thank you. I very much enjoyed these chicken feet. Lots of variation in flavor. Some were spicy, some were garlicky, some were zingy and mouth numbing. Really something for everyone. But chicken feet were not the only snack on my table. So the menu offering here is very much chicken feet, and more chicken feet. But there is just one other dish featured, and that's this one here, 怪味土豆. Translation, strange flavored potatoes. 为什么叫做怪味土豆呢？它是有糖醋和麻辣香合并的，就是怪味。So let's see if they're actually as strange as their name implies. Oh, that is so good. It's like a mix of sweet, cuminy, chili, slightly smoky from that chili oil. Oh, and that sauce is so good. Look at this glaze. You can see how thick it is, so it really holds tight to that potato. I just want to take home a jar of whatever this sauce is and put it on everything I eat. I don't know if I'd call it strange, but it's really freaking delicious. Okay, so we've just left our chicken feet store and we are just coming around the corner here where there's a very famous store selling one of Leshan's famous desserts or sweet snacks. Actually, not only sweet, this can come in salty and sweet. It's this here, it's this baked egg cake, and the fillings can be either sweet or savory. So I think I want to get one of both. But look at these here, look how good they look. Very like pancakey, like little pikelets or something. And like pancakes, it's made from a thick batter, cooked on a skillet, and you know it's almost done when it starts getting all bubbly on the surface. 蛋黄糕来一个甜的，一个咸的，你有推荐吗？芝麻是最鲜，原始口味。 So the specialty he's pointed out is the one filled with cream and pork floss. Definitely interested to try that. I also got one filled with sweet sesame, as well as one filled with 麻辣牛肉, spicy and mouth-numbing beef. Once it's cooked, it's folded in half, ready to grab and eat. And that's it, Leshan's famous 蛋黄糕. I am so incredibly excited to try this. It smells like Sunday morning. You know that smell of, you know, dad making crepes or pikelets on the stove. Oh, that just reminds me of my childhood actually. I'm gonna go in for this one first. It's their like specialty one. Inside is cream and pork floss. It's very interesting. I need a few more bites to make up my mind. I think I like it. It's just a bit confusing in your mouth because on one hand you've got that sweet and on the other hand you've got that salty from the pork floss. So your mouth is kind of being pulled in two different directions, but yeah. It's good. It's interesting. I have to say, I am keen to try sweet inside a sweet pancake. This one is the sesame filling. And I don't know, I feel like I might like this one more. Let's try. I think I like that one better. It's less confusing for the mouth. It's just really nice and sweet and delicious. Also texture-wise, on the inside you have that sesame and also sugar. So it has a nice crunch on the inside. And this even more reminds me of my childhood. my favorite pancake topping as a kid was sugar and lemon. So kind of having this very nostalgic pancake with some sugar inside. All I need is a little bit of lemon, and yeah, that's like my childhood recreated. I really like this pancake as well. It's so soft on the inside, so soft and fluffy, and the outside is just so deliciously brown. Yum. So we have tried the sweet one, we've tried the salty sweet one, and now it's time to try salty and spicy. So this is the pancake filled with numbing spicy beef. A bit of a wild card. I feel like I'm either gonna love it or hate it. I like it. When you put something salty, like this filling inside the pancake itself kind of takes on more of a savory characteristic. I think my mind just got really confused by the first one, the cream and the pork floss. It was all happening. I find this a little bit easier to understand. I think in the future I would probably get one of these, the mala niu rou, and then two of these, the sesame sugar. Yeah, that one's still my favorite for sure. But yeah, such a nice yummy snack. So the next snack I'm very keen to try is Tofugan, and apparently the way that they do it here in Leshan is quite special and tastes really, really good. So that's my next stop. We are making our way slowly but surely up the road. You know, I could have walked, but why walk when you can this? Oh, 看到了. Okay, 谢谢. So I've learned this small store here has been in business selling dried bean curd for over 30 years, and they have many varieties to choose from. 你是当地人吗？
我是乐山人。
乐山人，乐山人，当地人喜欢吃这个吗？
非常喜欢。
这个是什么？
这也是豆腐干。哦，你中文 very good。我建议你吃一下这个，很脆。这个就是最老的做法。
So you guys know the drill by now. Let's get one of everything. The first one is this one here. Bean curd stuffed with pickled radish, topped with chili oil, sugar, and peanuts. Then you've got this one, prepared in a sweet style, covered with sesame seeds. And finally, our crispy shell tofu with lots and lots of goodies inside. So I think I'm keen to start off with this one first, the one with some pickles inside, because I love a pickle. Oh wow. Very juicy. Man, that's good. That is like a texture bomb in my mouth. That tofu is holding a lot of this cool, sweet juice. And you've also got that crunch from the pickles. You've got the saltiness and slight spiciness from that chili. You've got a crunch from the peanuts, and you've got that sesame flavor from the sesame seeds on top there. I mean, something I'm learning about Leshan, it's all about the opposing flavors and like bringing different textures and flavors together to really have your mouth doing cartwheels. I mean, this is absolutely delicious. The flavors and textures are so considered. I feel like if I got that at a Michelin star restaurant, I would be very, very happy. Wow. 非常好吃. So next I'm keen to go in for this one here. I don't think I've ever had Tofugan prepared in a sweet way before, so oh, interesting. Very sweet. Definitely never tried anything like this before. It's kind of like these cylindrical puffs of tofugan. And I guess because tofu doesn't have too much flavor on its own, you can really use it to create whatever flavor profile you want depending on the sauce that's on it. And I think this is a prime example of that. I feel like it's like a bit of a mixture between like an applesauce and like a brown sugar kind of syrup. Last but not least, we have what I want to say is the Tofugan taco. It's so crispy on the outside there. I'm holding it together because it's actually just cracked. But I'm just gonna go in and give that a big old bite. That is so good. I think this one's gotta be my favorite actually. It's so crispy on the outside there. That shell is amazing. Inside it's stuffed with those pickles, so you have that sweet, sour crunchiness. You've got the peanuts, you've got the everything. It's so amazing. That was an absolutely 10 out of 10 dining experience. 12 renminbi and flavors that I would be happy with getting at a Michelin star restaurant. Honestly, would recommend anyone who comes to Leshan to go there. And they're so sweet as well. Oh my goodness, I love Leshan so much. So next up on our Leshan street food adventure, we're going for one of the classics, one of the must-try things, which is yoja. Yoja literally means oil fry. And the concept is you've got stuff on sticks, which is already an amazing concept. Stuff on sticks is always amazing, but this has got the extra benefit of being deep fried. It sounds right up my alley. Let's give it a go. 你觉得油炸的串儿比烤串儿好吃吗？
油的算更卫生，而且价格更实惠。我们乐山人就是喜欢吃。
After it's deep fried, it's sprinkled with a spice mix as well as chili flakes. I mean, how good does this look? And I'm gonna go in and eat it right away. I've really gone fast as possible on the B-roll because when it comes to deep fried things, cold and soggy just will not do. So I'm gonna get that in my mouth right now. I'm gonna go in first with a piece of the 五花肉, the pork belly. This is one of their specialties here. Oh. It's like really crispy on the outside and soft on the inside. Oh, that texture is amazing. As you guys may or may not know, I am a sucker for corn. I love corn and this looks freaking amazing. That's so good. This one is more of like a sweet corn, like the kind of corn I grew up with in Australia. Very sweet, very juicy. It's been deep fried slightly, so it's a little bit crispy on the outside. It's salty from the salts and stuff she's sprinkled on top, but it's so sweet on the inside and bursting with juice. Oh, that's so good. I also decided to get one bean. Just one single bean. Similar to the corn, it hasn't been over fried, so it's just like slightly crispy on the outside, but still really juicy on the inside. Okay, I'm understanding more and more why this yoja is so popular. At that moment, the boss gave me a few local soft drinks to try. I think this is great to have this because this is very flavorful and like spicy and all happening in my mouth, so I'll refresh with some of this. It seems to be lychee flavored. To my Leshan friends that may be watching this, let me know in the comments below. Is this super famous here? It looks nice. I have been seeing bottles of this around a lot. Ooh, smells very lychee. Ooh. Oh, that is so refreshing. It's cold, it's lychee, but it's not too over the top sweet. And I find drinks like this, sometimes I don't really love them because they're just over the top sweet, but I feel like this is in an acceptable range. This is really good. Let's try this one as well. By the way, none of these are ads. I'm just picking them up and trying the local specialties. Ooh, that's good too. It's kind of like a less fizzy Fanta. And actually I'm just paying a little bit more attention to the packaging here. And it's got names of all these different Leshan dishes on it, which is so, so cute. A lot of which I've already tried already. Tianpiya, boboji, yoja chuan chuan. What we're having right now. Dan Honggao, we had that today. This is so cool. Leshan is so fun. But the refreshment does not end there. We still have one more stop on today's food adventure, and you know me, of course it's something Bingfen related, but it's unlike any other Bingfen I've tried before. This one's called Sanxian Bingfen, translation 3 delicacies Bingfen, and it's topped with lao zao, sweet fermented rice, glutinous rice balls, crystal sugar syrup, as well as lemon slices. I've been so curious to try this style of Bingfen. I've never seen a Bingfen like this before. Usually Bingfen is served with like the brown sugar syrup and all of these different colored ingredients, but this one is like more on the white side. Let's try. Wow. Completely different flavor profile to what I'm used to. It's super, super refreshing. I mean, you've got that lemoniness, it's quite sweet, slightly alcoholic taste on the back of my tongue as well. And that's thanks to this lao zao here. It's made from fermented rice and has a subtle taste of alcohol to it. It's cold, very, very refreshing. I mean, it's getting hotter and hotter here in Sichuan, so I feel like this would be a lovely thing to have in the summertime. Well, on that note, that is going to be the end of our street food adventure here in Leshan. Oh my goodness, how do I sum up these 2 videos in Leshan? I mean, Leshan is a shining star. A+++, 10 out of 10. I have loved everything I have put in my mouth here in Leshan, and I really would encourage anyone to come here. Whether you see the big Buddha or not, I feel like the real reason to come to Leshan is the food. Absolutely incredible. I hope you've enjoyed this video. My adventures in Sichuan are not over. Actually, this afternoon I am catching a train to another city called Zigong, which is famous for its rabbit dishes and also for being apparently one of the spiciest places in Sichuan. So stick around for next week to see what I actually end up eating. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Please guys, if you've been watching me for a while and you haven't subscribed yet, this is your chance. Please like this video so that more people can see it, and leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of the video. Anyway, I will see you next week from Zigong, and in the meantime, have a lovely week ahead. Bye.